Okay, Samira, so I thought I would make a video rather than call you. So you see I use the Glad Press and Steel. It is adhesive on one side so it sticks really good. This cake right here, what you see is already frozen, already iced and frozen, and I covered it with the press and seal. I took it out of the freezer just to show you how I'm going to prepare it for shipping. I also took the press and seal, press and seal, and then I put a one long piece horizontally, and then I put another piece vertically. So this is me putting the horizontal piece, and it sticks right there. It sticks better than the cling wrap. The cling wrap is for something different after I put it in the other one. So this is the second one. I laid it across the other way because this is going to secure the cake inside the container from moving around, you know, when they start throwing the cake around in the box. Because even though you put fragile this side up, they still do whatever they want to do with the cake. So you see how that sticks right in there. All right, so now I tuck it down into, because the cake is already on the bottom of the container, so I tuck it down in there so that when I put the lid on, the lid will still go down inside the grooves. Right, you see you have to snap in there, because if that comes off, it's going to be a mess. Okay, so we make sure that's in there. And then I pick the cake up, and then I just fold all of the sheets underneath, and they stick to each other, and they stick to the bottom. That I cross the ones horizontal and the ones vertical, and secure them under the bottom. And watch this. When I turn this cake over, it is not going to move. Right. So you see how that and so no matter what they do, and by throwing the box, the cake is not going to move. Then I take the cling wrap to make sure that no air gets inside the container. So I wrap the outside of the container with the cling wrap. I did the same thing. I made a horizontal one and I made a vertical one, and I kind of, you'll see when I flip it over, because the cake is secure now in the container, and I could flip it over and straighten it out underneath the bottom. Yeah. So I'm securing the pieces under the bottom, and then I just decided to flip it over because it's easier for me to deal with it when it's from the bottom. Okay, let me get the other piece, the vertical piece. I think that was the horizontal piece. Yeah. Oh, that was the vertical piece. Now this is the horizontal piece, because you want to make sure that you cover all the spaces so no air will get in. Okay, so we do the I must have turned it around. Okay, we do the across the other way, and I think I just turned it over. Yeah, I turned it over because it's easier just for me to straighten it out on the bottom and make sure everything is sealed. All right, so I straighten that up and cross it with the other one, and then I cross the other ones over top of that. That's why you want to do it both vertical and horizontal. But even when I flipped it back over, I noticed that there was still a piece of my container showing. So I did put some more plastic wrap on it as well, because I don't want any air in it to get in at all. Okay. All right. So I finished that, and then I flipped it back over and put another. You see how secure that cake is? All right. So I put another. I took the cling wrap and just start wrapping it around the outside, and then it secured it on the bottom so it won't move, so nothing will get in. And so that cake is sealed, honey, in that container. And then I'll put that in the box. Okay, this is me doing the final wrap on the outside because I saw a space I saw my container, a space where my container wasn't covered with anything. So I need the whole container to be covered. So I just went around and around until I could cover everything on the container, and then secured that to the bottom and the top of the container. And then in the box, sometimes I get deliveries from Amazon and they have this bubble wrap in there. Although I do have my own bubble wrap, I save those little space savers but when you get yours, you'll see that it fits the box. Sometimes the box is a little big, but no matter what they do to this cake inside the box, it's not gonna move the cake. It's not gonna damage the cake. It may move all over the box, but it won't damage the cake. And I usually put those little fillers in there in the cake, pack the box with extra stuff so the cake won't move. And that's it, hon. And by the way, this is your cake. You should be getting it soon. No, I'm not going to ship it until Monday. I just wanted to freeze it. And I'll put this back in the freezer because they told me if I ship it today, it's just going to sit in the air, some space till Monday. So I might as well sit it in my freezer till Monday. Okay, so this is how I ship the cake. It's a lot, but it's okay. At least I never shipped the cake where it was a mess when they got it. Okay, bye-bye.